In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to sew in the gusset to the shorts of the skirt. So I already have my two side pieces cut for the shorts, and I already did the first step of sewing the shorts, which is to sew the inseams. So now I'm going to take my gusset piece, which I have here. The wider angle pieces in the middle will line up with my inseam, while the pointier pieces will point to the front and back. So I'm going to take one of my sides and turn it so the right side is out, and I'm going to take the right side of the gusset piece, I'm going to lay it down so the right sides are facing, and I'm going to join it this angle and match it up to the seam. And I'm going to put a pin in there. Now, without stretching, you want this to be laid out straight, and we're going to line this up along here and pin it in place and not stretch that out. And then I'm going to do the same thing along the other side. This is going to go towards the back.
Mommy, it's okay, I can try it.
So then I'm going to take this to the machine, and I'm going to sew using a 3/8 seam allowance down this side to attach the gusset to this side. And I'm only going to sew where the gusset is. I'm not going to start up here. I'm only going to stitch where the gusset starts to where the gusset ends. Okay, so here is my gusset now serged on to one side of my shorts. And you can see I went maybe about an inch before and after the start of the gusset piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side and I'm going to turn it right side out, because I'm going to stick this inside of this piece so that we have the right sides together. So now this side of the gusset, again, the wide angle is going to meet up with the center part of the seam, of the inseam. And I'm going to pin that in place. And again, without stretching it, I'm going to line up these raw edges and pin them together. Now on this side, instead of stopping where the gusset ends, we're going to pin all the way down to the top. So make sure that you have your back sides together and the front sides together. I mark mine, I put an arrow on the back so that I know that both back sides are together. And you'll also, since they're different heights, you're going to notice if they don't line up that you have it backwards. But since these were cut mirror image, they shouldn't end up backwards. So now I'm going to pin this all the way down, because this time we are going to sew the entire length. So I want to make sure that this part of the gusset here is aligned up, because when we come down with the serger, I don't want that part to get missed. And I'm also going to pin it all the way up to the top of the front. And again, when we sew this seam, we're going to start, it's going to be one continuous seam all the way down. So I'm going to line this up and pin it, and then I will go serge that seam, and then our gusset will be in. Okay, so I stitched down that other side, and now the gusset is complete. As you can see, the stitching overlaps the first set of the first side that we stitched, and that'll lock it in. So now we don't have any openings, the gusset is in, and here is what it looks like from the right side. You have that nice diamond gusset there to give you some extra space for moving around. So now you can continue on with the rest of the skirt pattern.